Map number 3 for Dallas in New York is going to be Eichenwalde. Eichenwalde is a hybrid map, meaning it puts together both capture the point and payload. The first goal for the attacking team, who's going to be coming out of the brewery, is to come forward and get through this first joint point that is usually pretty hard. You're might see maze to wall it off. You're going to see junkrats from the defensive side, because it is a simple under the arc. They can come and attack through this small opening, but again, Junkrat can be a fantastic pick, possibly, on the defense. But they are going to have to come forward and get to actually activate the payload. And once they get the point, they capture it as normal. They move it forward, they get a point, extra time, and they try and push it all the way to the end of the castle. So first on attack, looks like it's going to be your Dallas Fools, who are in your red. New York XD going to be in the blue on your defense. So attack, you're going to have, right now, Dargan is thinking on McCree. Keck is thinking, who was healing last time, is just maybe messing around with the Doomfist pick. But on defense for New York, Rockhopper again coming in. Rockhopper and Blue Jay going to come in for Momo and Mana. They're kind of swapping in. This is a different tank duo. They're going to be Orisa and Hog. Good combos because Orisa can do a halt, pulling enemy team members together in a ball. Roadhog almost guaranteed to get that hook and pull someone in. You're going to have Yasha and Espeon healing. Espeon going to be main healing on Moira, backed up by Yasha and Zenyatta. Adbon going to be on Mei. Again, Mei, fantastic job, good for this choke point. Again, just walling people off. And your other damage is going to be Gyro up on your Hanzo. Final picks over there on Dallas is going to be Dargan on McCree. Pandy going to be on Tracer, hoping to get in the back line. They're going to be a little bit of half dive, half not. Oh Boy and Engage going to be on Diva and Winston. Kind of no shield, so that is going to be a little hard. But I like this positioning and where they're holding here on this corner. Dallas looking like they're coming in from the left, going in together. Immediately hooked and engaged, and a fantastic Mei wall, getting Diva separated. They do finish it off as a team. If a Mei wall is able to get in one person, it is worth it, because that's a guaranteed kill. Abdon able to finish out Panda, who is trying to hide. Able to hide. Wouldn't be surprised to maybe see a little different tactic here. Keck going to staying on the Ana. Fancy going to stay on the Moira. Neither ults are really too high. We do have Gyro almost having dragons up to 55%. One more good fight. Diva trying to come out here. Tracer getting the flank there on the right. Panda Boy maybe coming around the back. Maybe it'll distract them a little bit. Oh Boy going down by Rockhopper. Right now, Dallas's problem right now, in my opinion, is that they have a dive composition with both tanks. However, they are not diving. Panda Boy perhaps need to be a little more with the rest of his team, able to be maybe called out a target, and they all kind of going on together. Tracer flanking up here in the top left. Dallas, but backing up all the way. I like to see right now Tracer being a little sneaky here in the Dallas, trying to be behind. That does give it up for Rockhopper, moving his shield back a little bit. A Nano Boost goes out on the Monkey, a defensive ult, a lot of ults coming out. That's Transcendence, that's Mei ult. A Tracer Bomb finding no purchase, but plenty of people frozen and finished off by Adbon. Panty Boy not able to find any kills with his Tracer Bomb. That is going to be a bat and a grenade before Keck goes down. And Espeon finishing off Dargan before he can move forward or retreat. Fancy Raptor going down to Adbon's fantastic Icicle Shot skills. Again, Mei getting a wonderful buff. Hopefully seeing more players play her. Her alternate fire that shoots a projectile no longer has any damage reduction as it travels. It is full damage whether they're right in front of you or far away. Dallas still sticking with the dive tanks and the Tracer, but again, I have yet to see them dive. They're using this kind of as moving slowly forward. And they can't do that with the Orisa constantly shooting down, Gyro with the arrows shooting down the way. Here comes out Fancy Raptor using her ult. Mei wall goes out, not able to hold anyone off. Bongos goes out defensive. Blue Jay finding Panda before he is taken down by the McCree. Gyro getting Diva out of mech. Abdon finding the main healer on Fancy. Oh Boy getting rid of the Bongos at least. Dargan goes down after he took out Gyro. Keck able to take down Yasha. That is 3 members of New York left to defend. If the If Dallas can regroup, push forward now before the reinforcements arrive. Blue Jay arriving back on the hog. So it's only 4 members of New York here. And we're going to have Dallas almost at full strength. Gyro getting back on the Hanzo. We're now 5v6. We have a Panty going out on the Hamster. Diva Bomb able to find finding Espeon. Oh boy, able to get finished off Blue Jay. It is a high noon coming out from Dargan after Panda Boy did find 2 picks on the Orisa and the Mei. They were able to capitalize by having more ults. Yasha unfortunately went down and was not able to be there. Good job by Dallas figuring out that New York was down and had a longer walk. So they were able to engage, although their advantage was diminishing. They did get up there. It was 6v4, then 6v5, and unfortunately, New York was not able to fully defend because their whole team was not there. Blue Jay saying that he froze and then it unfroze, so that's why there's a pause. Coming back. We did see some switches. Panda Boy going to be doing that 3rd tank instead of what he was doing as a tracer. So the Hamster seeming to work out on Wrecking Ball. Wrecking Ball already going to have his ult. No, we're going to have a Fancy Raptor ult as well in a little bit. Panda Boy able to get up using the Hamster ult on top of the bridge. Hopefully trying to make sure they don't do that hold there on the choke. Gyro does go down by Dargan, who was able to find him out in the background. So they are going to keep Keck on the payload as it moves forward. Engage going to dive down, barely getting away from the mech, but Dargan does take down Yasha. Oh boy, taking out of Abdon. Oh boy, it looks like Dallas is pushing forward on this New York defense. Able to slowly and surely get them down. Now New York will possibly have one more attack. Gyro almost getting caught out on the Sombra, doing a lot more wide berth. Shiny Espeon moving forward. We want the tanks up here right now. They need to get on there. Blue Jay down the Zarya, able to get the stall off. There's a Diva ult coming out. Finds Yasha. Abdon able to get Diva out while he was out of mech. Blue Jay finish out Dargan. That is both damage down for Team Dallas. A charge coming out from Rockhopper. New York finding their footing and getting some damage done. It did take a few of their ults with the Shatter and the Kamehameha, as I call it. It is called Coalescence, but I call it Kamehameha from Moira. Some questionable comments there in chat in the game. But Dallas is going to be moving forward. They're going to have High Noon and their own Kamehameha Coalescence coming out. Panda Boy possibly be able to get another Hamster ult. Oh boy! Knocked off. Was actually going to land safely. Tried to charge back and instead fell off. Rockhopper again charging, hitting off both Moira and the Reinhardt. That is a fantastic defense. Dallas needs to back up, group up, and they'll have one more good push. Panda Boy getting caught out. That is a stagger. Gyro with going to have the EMP. Yasha going to have a defensive Transcendence. We have McCree trying to flank, possibly trying to get a position and just zone out New York. They need to get somebody on the point. Here they come on the far side. There's Rockhopper getting a Shatter, finding Fancy Raptor on the side. Doesn't do a finish off with a charge. Oh boy, gets Yasha down before he can use his Transcendence. Gyro trying to deal. Here comes a High Noon. Just to call him out. Dargan unable to find anyone. Dargan getting caught out. Abdon, who was able to kill him, but then shattered out of his own ult. Panda Boy falling off. Yasha then uses Transcendence to come out, and great defense. Again by New York. New York getting some great knockoffs. They're kind of making Dallas figure out if they wanted to push forward or not. They needed to back up together as a team. The Hamster got caught out, and they stuck with the 3. And it seems like, although it was an ult game, the McCree was taken out on Dallas before anyone was able to be shot. Abdon didn't need his McCree ult, even though he was shattered out of it by Oh Boy. But this is the distance that New York is going to need to go. And they are restarting it. We don't know why. But man, I find that very interesting that your Ryan is better than your Winston, though we see you on Winston much more often. Looks like they have switched colors. And they did reset it so they can finish the map even if they get past the point. So if New York does get past where Dallas was able to get it, just here on the part of the end of the bridge, they can continue the game just for more practice. Again, this is a scrim. Just trying to get it for practice. That way both teams can practice defending and attacking that last point if they get there. That's all there is to it. But they do switch colors, just so you know. Dallas is now in blue and New York is now in red. New York going to be attacking here on Eichenwalde. Looks like right now they are formed to be a Rein Zarya push with Abdon in the air, Gyro trying to flank with Genji. Main healer going to be Espeon on Mercy, as well as Yasha on Lucio to help the main tanks move forward. Dargan trying to be a little sneaky with the trap. Very common. Reinhardt doing a good job being here, letting them know, hopefully, that there is a Junkrat trap. That is a lot of ult and a possible kill, depending who gets trapped in Junkrat's trap. Because there's 80 damage from that trap and over 100 damage from that mine at point blank range. It will kill most everybody except tanks. On defense for Dallas, again in the blue, is Dargan on Junkrat. We're going to have Panda Boy going to be doing a McCree. Again, Orisa Hog on defense. We saw that from New York last time. Keck going to be healing on Zenyatta, and Fancy Raptor going to be healing on Ana. Dargan already getting really low and knocked out by Blue Jay. Panda Boy able to take out Gyro. Both teams losing a DPS. Is it still an even fight? Reinhardt pushing Rockhopper going to the left, and the team didn't follow, but they were able to survive. A Halt comes out. Rockhopper charges, knocks Orisa out. Not able to get the charge, but able to focus them back and further into the point. Bear in the air, Abdon able to do a lot of damage. Gets hooked by Roadhog. Great accuracy by Roadhog. Rockhopper does finish out Oh Boy. Charging and getting the charge on Engage there in the back. And right now it is only Ana on the point to be defending and stalling, but that is a solid first attack by New York.
Stop the payload.
Dargan getting hit out by Adbon again. Oh Boy really far up there, or really back a little bit. I want to see some grouping up. Right now it looks like New York is pushing forward a lot, and there's actually nobody pushing the point right now. There we go. Rockhopper realizing such and coming back. Gyro finding Panda Boy and Oh Boy. Both boys going down by Gyro. And it looks like New York's idea is to move forward as Abdon gets Abdon be able to take out Fancy before Dargan says nope. Again, Pharah very vulnerable when using her ult. Keeps her still in the air. Very easy for snipers or any hit scan to just do damage. Engage taking out Espeon though. That's going to be the main healer for New York at down. But Rockhopper was able to take out the off healer for Dallas. Abdon taking out Panda Boy. Dargan getting a good positioning up here. Oh Boy again up there on the side. Good flanking, a lot of just finding Rockhopper out of position and almost falling off. In fact, the Engage's full hog was able to keep him alive. Oh Boy does knock off Zarya. Hamster being a lot of fun. That's walls coming out from Dallas. Finding everyone. Abdon was to finish off a Fancy Raptor before Panda Boy finishes him off. Oh Boy taking down Rockhopper and Dargan giving it a snipe Genji. Espeon does get up Rockhopper one more time. Again, payload already there at the beginning of the bridge. Engage a little bit far up. I'd like to see them be able to get a advantage on that. We got Widow trying to take the high ground with the Hamster. Panda Boy coming up as well. Gyro trying to finish off, come fight McCree. McCree unable to have the charge. Dargan falls off. A Shatter comes out from Rockhopper. Does find Roadhog. Finishes off with the charge. Abdon getting both Panda and Fancy. That's going to be a solid push for New York. And technically they've won, but they're going to continue fighting. This is a scrim, and we're trying to get to the next point. Engage does get a fight. Actually, to be fair, now New York had gotten farther than Dallas. It just looked farther back because it had started slowly to come back. New York had done that defense at the very last second. Hamster does a fantastic dive, and Oh Boy does put out of the mines. A High Noon comes out, finding Gyro. Shiny Espeon did have to bring out Adbon one more time. Right now we have New York down a player. They're going to wait for him to come back. Gyro does have Blade. Yasha does have a drop the beat. We do have Rockhopper with a Shatter and a Grab. Because she grab and a Nano Blade, grab and a Blade. Abdon playing tag with Engage. Engage able to win that duel just with the beefier tank versus the Pharah too close to the ground. And that's going to be New York needing to back up and regroup. Blue Jay getting hooked. Is he going to survive? That would be a huge stagger. Nope. Espeon says, nope, I got your back. Rock Jumper coming forward. That is a grab coming out. There's Eugene Ken coming out for the grab. Shield by the hamster, able to survive him just a little bit until he backs up and then finally falls to the blade. Panda Boy finding Abdon in the back. Dargan up here in the fantastic corner trying to get some good snipes in. Shatter comes out finding purchase on Engage. Killing Fancy in the process. Engage is finished off by a Fire Strike. Abdon finishing off Dargan here in the corner. New York doing a great job with this push. And right now we have Tracers caught out by Panda. Just a little like stunned and shot by McCree. Anna going to be moving up to the left to try and get a high ground for healing advantage. Oh boy comes out of the hamster, does a hammer down. Yasha is able to come out with a Lucio ult to kind of give everyone a big buff. Abdon does finish out Fancy though. That's the main healer for the defending Dallas team. Oh boy does finish off Abdon. It is still a 5v5. Oh boy getting trapped and almost charged and dead, but shields again on the hamster, very strong. Panda Boy does find that shiny Espeon. That is going to be your defensive area denied by Oh boy. Yasha finishing off Panda Boy. Right now we still have Abdon does have a high noon if he can get here. But right now it looks like Dallas is doing an excellent defense, finishing off Rockhopper Yasha. Even though the Gyro took down Oh boy, Engage finishes off Gyro. Right now Blue Jay is very charged. He needs to save nope. Blue Jay was a very charged Zarya. If you are Zarya and your team seems to be losing, but you have high charge, it's almost always recommended that you back up and keep your charge. Slight buff to Zarya's charge decay. It does decay slightly slower. Panda Boy waiting for his opportunity to come do Impulse Bomb on the back line. High Noon comes out from Adbon, finishing off Oh boy before he can use his shield. Tracer in the background, and right now McCree is paying attention. Make sure that the Tracer does not find purchase. Tracer does go down, unable to use his Pulse Bomb. Good communication from New York figuring that out. We do have right now Hog and McCree Hog and Anna out of position there on the left. There is a defensive Dragon Strike, not finding any purchase. Good zoning. Abdon going to come forward and trying to push with that. Tracer Pulse Bomb coming out, finding no one. And they are pushing forward New York, but Dargan's finishing off with shot by shot from that Hanzo. And it looks like they might call for a retreat right now. Gyro doing a little bit of kills. Panda Boy finishing off when Engage started. That's going to be another defense by Dallas. Yasha does have a Lucio ult to push them in. Espeon had just switched to a Moira. Moira very good at getting ult charged very much. Oh boy uses ult to kind of more or less stop them from moving forward in the middle. Engage does a flanking hook ult, finishing out Abdon, stunned out of it by Gyro. Right now New York is still down. It is 5v6. A lot. Then Dallas is just kind of swarming them from middle, left, and right. They can get Fancy here. Fancy's kind of out of position. Fancy goes down by Gyro. Rockhopper move forward. Engage is still having fun in the back, finding a hook and a shot onto Gyro. That is going to be a defensive Dragon Strike just to kind of zone him out just a little bit. Rockhopper up by himself. Getting some backup now. That is a grab coming out from Dallas, able to get a combo with Panda Boy. And that is going to be a fantastic defense so far by Dallas. It is still being touched, though. We got Zarya up here on the front, tapping the point, keeping this chance alive. Oh boy, does finish off Espeon. Blue Jay still on the point. Alone for now, and high charge knocked off slightly. Hamster doing what he does best on a point and literally just rolling around in a circle. There goes Lucio ult from the defensive Yasha. That is a shatter that was unable to be followed up by Rockhopper. They are just trying to stall as much as they can. Engage doing a fantastic job here, just trying to zone anybody trying to come in, preventing them from continuing to stall the point. Yasha jumping on the point as best he can. Espeon keeping him up. Gyro hooked and shot again. Engage doing a great job on Roadhog. That is a Grenade from Anna, able to make sure that they are not getting healed while on the point. Another hook shot to Blue Jay. Espeon alone and knocked off. That was, again, another great fight by both teams. New York still able to push a little bit further. I saw some great engage, was able to do a lot of good flanking from Roadhog. Out of position most times. I would have liked to see New York maybe capitalize on that. But great combos on both sides. Grabs with tracer bombs. Great games from both teams still. I can't say it enough.